Well, hey, it's me, Jim. I'm a little late again on my day 7, so I'm doing the 7.5. And I was thinking about, man, I've been in quarantine way longer than 7 days, but I decided to do the lives so that way I could share the videos of my emotions, my feelings, of what's going on. So if you're new and you're checking me out, that's what's happening. So essentially, Um, it's Monday morning, but yesterday I took off. I drove, and I drove. I think I spent maybe 2 hours just driving. I just had to get out of the house, and I don't live too far from I-95. So the crazy thing of it is I thought I was going to I-95, and I ended up going almost to um, Southport, and I was like, "What am I doing? Like, why am I on this road?" And so, anyway, it was like I was talking to my mom, and I wasn't really thinking. And I think she's concerned about me being alone, like not having my kids, not having my any family relations here, because every time I've lived in North Carolina before, away from family, I've always lived with family, like my children. And now my daughter's in South Carolina, my son's in Indiana, and my mom's in Indiana, northern Indiana. So he's in southern Indiana, she's in northern Indiana. So, and I'm here in southeastern. It's called the Sand Hills, Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I know I'm supposed to be here beyond a shadow of a doubt. I know this is where I'm supposed to be. My mom is worried about me because I am really like away from family. And so I think that she's concerned about that. Like she's not going to know what's going on with me. And then I got to thinking, oh my gosh, my mom's going to be 78 this year, which is like, that's awesome. And she says, the potential of living into her 80s and 90s. Actually, she's in such great health. And so, um, I keep looking at my future goals, my life goals, and I want to own a house that she can come and visit, and she won't have any responsibilities other than taking care of herself or, um, you know, tooling around and, doing something in the garden or just enjoying life. And so, um, I want her to be in a place of peace like that. So, anyway, long story short, I just wanted to like think about. I was thinking about that yesterday, just driving around. And then I also drove by my new school that I'm going to be teaching at next fall, and oh my God, it's huge. When I say huge, it's big. It's big. It's a big school. My high school in Indiana was about the same size. One nice thing I think about is the fact that, um, it's like a big E, letter E, supposedly. And so, like, sixth grade is in one hallway, seventh grade is in another hallway, eighth grade is in another hallway. So, I'll be teaching eighth grade. So, hopefully, I won't really be around the seventh and sixth graders too much. Um, I'm smell sensitive, like super smell sensitive. And but I'm just, I don't know where my room is. I don't know what's going to happen with my room. I honestly don't know the outcome. And so but I'm excited, and then I'm driving in the neighborhood going, I could have lived over here. Like this is part of the town that I was, and I'm truly authentically in awe of this school and of all that it has and everything. I'm like, wow. And the high school is not too far away. And it's just to me kind of an amazing situation. So having said that, I'm not being as reserved about this. I'm kind of owning it that I will be a middle school teacher. And I've always said there's a special place for people who do that job. Um, I've gotten to the point where all I want to teach was 11th and 12th grade, and I'm good at it. I'm really, really good at it. But for me, I think that they want to see me doing middle school and being excellent at it. So here I am. Um, I'm I'm preparing my mind for it. I'm looking up things. This week has been already challenging in so many ways, but I'm excited. I really am. Yesterday, um, my neighbors, oh my gosh, my neighbors were up till 3 a.m. at least partying. And I had a lot of people say, call the police, call the police. And then I was like, why call the police? So I didn't call the police. And it was a struggle to go to bed. It really was. I don't know why, but Saturday was like a day that I just kind of like really was tired. And then Sunday, or Saturday nights going into Sunday morning, I could not sleep to save my life. Of course, I woke up at 6:30 and I'm like, God, 6:30 again. And my alarm goes off at 7:30. So I'm waking up a good hour before my alarm. So I'm like, all right, here we go. And oh, excuse me. So I get up, I enjoy my time, and I start getting tired. So I sit on the couch because I figured, I'm not in bed, right? And I'm waiting for the church service to start, and I'm starting to fall asleep. Like, really trying not to, but I am. So I doze a little bit, get a couple phone calls, and realize that I need to just get out of the house. Then my landlord is I go outside to get something to eat. And my landlord is out there pulling up dandelions. And I'm like, how long have you been here? It's Sunday morning. What are you doing? And he's the type of guy he can't sit still. His wife has gone to Virginia and he's just tooling around the house, tool around whatever house he can tool around it. But I was just sitting there thinking, oh my gosh. And, so he did a good job pulling up the dandelions, but it just was like, wow, this is what people do when they don't have a church service. And, it's like, do everything as unto the Lord. And I think sometimes we're so religious thinking that we think that we have to do stuff in the church. And I'm so grateful that I'm in a house of worship, that my pastor realizes that following government restrictions and everything is very, very important. But following what God has is even more important. And, I saw some other pastors posting like, oh, now that the restrictions are lifted, are you gonna get out and get around? I'm like, they're not that lifted. But anyway, and he made a comment about hypocrites, and I was like, wow, be very, very careful of your platform. Be very, very careful of the word curses that you put on people. Be very careful of judging where God has been trying to do something. And hopefully, God is doing something in the hearts of men more than anything else. But that's my 10.